There's a specific line from the movie 9 that I feel describes the movie that it comes from, along with the path Mass Effect has taken from its initial release to where it is right now. The line goes, "We had such potential, such promise, but we squandered our gifts." The fall, so to speak, of the Mass Effect series is pretty well discussed elsewhere.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database.
For me, the reaction I had to the ending of Mass Effect 3 was that I felt like I did something wrong. Did I not collect enough resources? Did I make an incorrect choice somewhere along the line? In Mass Effect 2, you could get your whole team killed in the end. Did I make the same sort of mistake with Mass Effect 3?
Please log in to access your profile.
The ending was apparently supposed to be bittersweet according to the developers, though I would argue it was just bitter. Although my problem with it is not because it kind of forces you into three seemingly identical explosions. The problem is that it closes the plot line. It doesn't provide the franchise with much room to grow, as evident by the direction that Andromeda took. But that's a discussion for another day. Today we're here to play Mass Effect.
Confirm pre-service history.
Now this is the main thing that kind of affects, has a very small effect in regards to your story. Do I want to be a spacer? Both your parents were in the Alliance military. Your childhood was spent on ships and stations as they transferred from posting to posting, never staying in one location for more than a few years. Following in your parents' footsteps, you enlisted at the age of 18. It's a storyline that kind of almost mirrors, it kind of sort of mirrors the status of the Quarians. In that, like, the Quarians live in their flotilla, spending their lifetime aboard this traveling battalion of ships, never really kind of going on land. The Colonist. You were born and raised on Mindwar, a small border colony in the Attican Traverse. When you were 16, slavers raided Mindwar, slaughtering your family and friends. You were saved by passing Alliance patrol, and you enlisted with the military a few years later. Now this, I've never played a Colonist. I think I've only played a Spacer and an Earthborn. So I think I might choose Colonist just to see what happens. Earthborn. You were an orphan raised on the streets of the great megatropolises covering Earth. You escaped the life of petty crime and underworld gangs by enlisting with the Alliance military when you turned 18. I'm going to go with Colonist.
Confirm psychological profile.
And then this also unlocks different paths. Sole survivor during your service. A mission you were on went horribly wrong. And I believe somebody calls you out for that. War hero. Early on in your military career, you found yourself facing an overwhelming enemy force. You risked your own life to save your fellow soldiers and defeat the enemy despite the impossible odds. Your bravery and heroism have earned you medals and recognition from the Alliance fleet. I think this path makes the most sense if Shepard is supposed to be entering the N7 program. Or, sorry, if she was supposed to be the first human Spectre. It has been a while since I've played this game. Throughout your military career, you have held fast to one basic rule: get the job done. You've been called cold, calculating, and brutal. Your reputation for ruthless efficiency makes your fellow soldiers wary of you. But when failure is not an option, the military always goes to you first. Which I think makes more sense if you're planning to take a more renegade path versus war hero is more of the paragon path. Now, I'm not saying these selections force you to choose one or the other. It's if you want to role play. So I'm going to go with war hero.
Confirm military
And now
specialization.
this focuses more towards the gameplay side of things. Do I want guns? Do I want tech abilities, psychic abilities, a little bit of guns and tech? Guns and... Or actually, that's tech and biotic. And biotic and guns. I think when I played it the first time, I went with biotic and guns. But this time... I'll go for tech and biotics. That way I'm not really just focusing on using one of the 4 gun types that the game has you use. Oh, but I do get a bonus talent because I've played the game before. Shotguns, assault rifles, or sniper rifles. Do I want long range, medium range, or close up? I like shotguns in this game, so I'll go with that.
Confirm facial identification.
I'm going to change that. Now, with games like these, I usually don't spend much time changing options around. I usually just kind of pick something and go with it, so... And we're done.
Profile reconstruction complete.
Jane Shepard, colonist, war hero, and sentinel.
Identification confirmed.
Auto level up, definitely no. Subtitles, I suppose I'll turn them on. Target assist. I'll keep that in normal just in case. Yes, and yes.
Well, what about Shepard? She grew up in the colonies.
She knows how tough life can be out there. Her parents were killed when slavers attacked Mindwar.
She proved herself during the Blitz, held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
She's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
We can't question her courage.
Humanity needs a hero, and Shepard's the best we've got.
I'll make the call.
In the year 2148, explorers on Mars discovered the remains of an ancient spacefaring civilization. In the decades that followed, these mysterious artifacts revealed startling new technologies, enabling travel to the farthest stars. The basis for this incredible technology was a force that controlled the very fabric of space and time. They called it the greatest discovery in human history. The civilizations of the galaxy call it Mass Effect. Mass Effect is a bit kind of like an odd title. It's kind of like a Halo in a sense. Like Halo is defining the specific shape of the station that Master Chief attacks in the first game, whereas Mass Effect describes the technology. And technically, at the end of Part 3, the technology is destroyed, in a sense. I guess depending on which ending you choose. Yeah, shove that ally out of the way. That's what he gets for standing there. Shepard ain't got time to wait. I mean, even though, like, Shepard has got nothing to do until the actual arrival.
Thrusters? Check. Navigation? Check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift? Just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment, so you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead, so that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
Do I want to be paranoid? Do I want to side with Caden, who may or may not live through the end of this game? Actually, I usually end up with, I think Ashley is the other character. She usually survives, so maybe Caden will survive this time around. But I don't think any of these are necessarily Paragon or Renegade choices.
That's enough. Your soldiers act like it.
Sorry, Commander.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus...
But what kind of mission reports are they going to be sending before they get there?
Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
I'm on my way.
Is it me or does the Captain always sound a little pissed off?
Only when he's talking to you, Joker.
Nope, that was Renegade choice. But I'm not going to go right away. Let's see what Joker has to say.
The Captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
You probably don't want to keep the Captain waiting.
Very deep discussions.
I'm telling you, I just saw him. He marched by like he was on a mission.
He's a Spectre. They're always on a mission.
Is Navigator Presley the one who is racist? Let's find out.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
I'm on my way to give him a status update right now.
With all due respect, ma'am, maybe he'll finally tell you what we're really doing out here.
What do you mean?
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks too. Plus there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
Oh, and there's going to be tons of codex updates. I'm not going to look at any of them. Just to forewarn you. Let's see. You are Lieutenant Commander Shepard, Executive Officer on the SSV Normandy. Oh, and I've already got points to spend. I mean, clearly, what else am I going to spend it on other than more charm? Let's see.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres
Corporal Jenkins. He'll die in a little bit. He will be missed.
The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from us.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Only a fool goes looking for a fight, Corporal.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a specter.
Do you know what's also killing you, Jenkins? Lasers. Very shortly. Give it some time. You'll be dead.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself in the Blitz. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, ma'am. I'm not gonna screw this up.
Okay, let's just move on.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
What does Dr. Chakwas have to say?
Yes, Commander, is there something you need?
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I hope we get a chance to see him in action. I heard Nihilus took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself.
Well, hate to disappoint you, Jenkins, but you will not see him in action at all.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
How do you control agents with unlimited power?
I suppose the Council could revoke the Spectre status of an agent who got out of hand. At that point, Citadel Security Services would...
A little setup for the later storyline.
Spectres were 20 ordinary soldiers. The Spectres police themselves. An agent goes rogue, they send another agent to take him down. That's Spectre justice.
The Corporal's confusing romantic legends with reality.
I was going to say, the Corporal seems to be reading a lot of Spectre fanfiction.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger.
Correct.
There.
No danger at all.
Going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
And then at some point, the captain left the room and left Nihilus there.
I was hoping you'd get here first. Will give us a chance to talk.
The captain said he'd meet me here.
He's on his way. I'm interested in this world we're going to. Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
I've never been there.
But you know of it. It's become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it, really?
If you've got something to say, just say it.
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
Is someone gonna fill me in, Captain?
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir?
Or anybody,
This comes
really.
down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
What else can you tell
Now,
me?
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
now, like the intro stated, the Prothean technology was that initial leap that gave humanity the Mass Effect drives. But as we learn later on in the storyline, it is not Prothean technology.
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their scientific expertise. They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
What's going on, Captain?
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance...
I like the inclusion of that subtle sound effect when he pounds his fist into his hand.
Courage, but also incredible skill.
Like they didn't even have to include it, but it is there.
Candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
Now, later on in the story, this is going to cover the idea that Captain Anderson was originally supposed to be the first human Spectre. It was covered in Mass Effect Revelation of the novel. If you would like to know the true story of what happened between Captain Anderson and Saren, you can find it there, but I have a warning for you, it is not a very good book at all. And the subsequent sequels are also not very good.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship.
When this game was actually new,
Accompany you to observe the mission.
I actually, for a moment there, I actually expected there to be more than a single mission between you and this and Nihilus. I was expecting, like, okay, there's going to be some more missions in which you prove yourself to be a Spectre, but alas, there is a twist.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
And thus the twist begins.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need...
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. force goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5.
Impressive that he knows exactly which second to pause it at, even though there's no indication as to how many seconds have passed.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck!
We are approaching drop point 2.
Luckily, we do not have to jump out of the ship ourselves. We just kind of magically land there.
Ship perimeter secure, Commander.
Ah, such wonderful 360 vistas.
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere. Keep your guard up.
Alright, let's see what I got. So, regardless of what weapons you're actually good at, you actually start off carrying everything. Like, I'm untrained to use the assault rifle and the sniper rifle, but I still carry them on my person at all times. Caden is untrained in everything but the pistol, and looks like Jenkins can use everything. So I'm going to have him use a sniper rifle, though he'll never be able to actually get the shot off. Let's see, which... Okay. So that button holsters my weapon. Now, on our way to...
What the hell are those?
Gas bags. Don't worry, they're harmless.
the first combat section, we have these gas bags roaming around. We can blow them up if we want to. We don't have to. They're just kind of like floating around. But there's some stuff to collect, so it's always good to explore. One thing to note in regards to this game is there is no jump button. I don't think that was invented until Andromeda. One thing that I find odd about this game in regards to it, like to the other games, is how they changed reloading and ammunition. In this game, the idea is that your gun has a certain amount of heat. Ammunition is essentially infinite. But your gun can overheat, which stalls you. Although you can always just switch to a weapon that isn't overheating. I'm probably going to still keep the pistol out, because it's a bit more long range. But later in games, they swapped it out for heat sinks. Like, ammunition is still technically infinite, but all the guns use heat sinks instead of having to deal with cooldowns, which effectively creates ammunition. I always found that to be an odd switch. let's move on ahead, meet Ashley, and get Jenkins killed. Now, I'm curious to see whether there was something Jenkins could have done to survive, so we'll take a closer look at... Yep, he could have used his cover better. Ah, poor Jenkins. He was 75 years away from retirement.
Sometimes Marines die. The rest of us just have to carry on. We still have to find that beacon.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
Ah, level up. And maybe I'll give him some abilities. Alright. Let's see. Gain Metagel and Omnigel. Metagel is to heal team members. Omnigel is you need to use decryption electronics. Do I need it? It looks as though Caden is injured, but he is going to have to fend for himself.
I've got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
Although I'm sure there's going to be a point in which I'll have a lot of extra Metagel. But I guess right now. And they've almost got my shield, but that's okay. Because I, unlike Jenkins, am using cover. Don't be like Jenkins. Use cover.
Area secure.
Ah, there's Ashley. Now, Ashley was not like Jenkins, and didn't use cover, but she shot better, so... And thus we have our first primary antagonists, the Geth. Alright, that piece of debris doesn't seem to like being covered, so I'll just move closer.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, ma'am?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, ma'am. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, ma'am. It's time for payback.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians.
I suppose if they haven't been outside,
labor, but ended up turning
been out in the main areas for 200 years, the only place you would discuss them would be in history class.
Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
Now, she doesn't know that Nihilus is here, but...
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Move out!
Possibly one of the game's most awkward transitions. Although Mass Effect 1, I think, is especially known for awkward transitions at the end of conversations. Characters tend to just kind of like look awkwardly to the side and then move away. Now let's see what's in these boxes. Oh yeah. One thing I like about Mass Effect is that all characters level up at the same time. It's convenient because, one, you don't have to worry about distributing experience amongst your various team members, whether they happen to go with you on every mission or if they don't. That way, like, you get to a later mission in the game and you're like, well, I guess I'm stuck with these few guys because they're the ones I took to the missions and the other ones I did not. This definitely allows you to be able to, okay, I can customize who I take with. And that is clearly better in every way, shape, or form. Except it's kind of uglier, so I guess there is a drawback. Fashion effect does not win in this case. Let's switch over to the shotgun. Press the back button to throw a grenade.
Think we got him, Commander.
Yeah, the dig site. That was fast.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
It is there that he will die.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up.
And here we get to meet the converted humans.
Oh, God.
Using Geth and alternate technology.
Do to them.
I think we're good, Commander.
And that would be your biotic and tech power selection screen. I think for now I might use... Actually, sabotage is probably the most useful, considering I'm fighting Geth right now. Now you can also just kind of destroy these items, turn them to Omnigel, which is useful for other related electronic and decryption related pursuits. Yeah, I leveled up. Now I can actually spend points on things, other than being charming or being intimidating. But really, what else is there in life? Let's toss there. Oh yeah, I believe there are survivors in these little sheds, so let's go talk to them. Oh yeah, there's a mini game for this. Let's try that again.
That door, it's closed. Security lock's engaged.
Yeah, the buttons to press. We must push the buttons.
Humans, thank the Maker.
Hurry, close the door before they come back.
What are you doing here?
I'm Dr. Warren. I was in charge of this excavation. We hid in the shed during the attack. They must have come
They're
from
also
here.
calling it a shed.
Luckily, it wasn't here. It was moved to the spaceport earlier this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
Those are actually the lyrics of my new metal band. I'm gonna have to get some royalties from Dr. Manuel.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geths swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the destroyers, bringers of darkness, heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
They probably don't know anything about Nihilus, so I'm just gonna skip that one.
Galaxy-wide communications network, remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have unearthed the heart of evil, awakened the beast, unleashed the darkness.
Manuel, please, this isn't the time.
When is the time to confront inevitability?
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
Now that is renegade as all hell. But I've never actually played a renegade character.
Say goodnight, Manuel.
You cannot silence the truth. My voice must be heard.
Oh my God! What did you do?
That might have been a little extreme, Commander.
You can't just go around whacking people in the head.
It was only a matter of time till he did something crazy and dangerous.
I suppose you're right. By the time he wakes up, the meds will have kicked in.
You can't argue with that one. Like, eventually he's just gonna kind of... The madness could just take over. He might accidentally kill her in the process, or himself. Now he just has to wake up. The meds will take care of the pain from getting punched out in a single punch.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
Good luck, Commander.
Renegade +9. And then I walked all over it. Alright, next time we go on to the spaceport, see the fate of Nihilus, along with the artifact of Eden Prime. Thank you for watching this episode of Mass Effect. If you've still got the itch for more content, why not give one of these links a try? Got some questions or comments? You can comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. So long, folks.